A very good morning and Jai Hind children. Welcome back to your biology class. So children, as you know that yesterday we have started the exercise of the chapter. We have completed the explanation of the chapter and we have done oral questions. So we have done both the oral question answer and we have done choose the most appropriate answer. Alright. So today we will do the very short answer question, long answer question and HOTS. And also I'll send you the PDF so you can complete your work. Alright. So let's get started. Let's start with it. Many of you have sent your work also. That's really appreciable. Those who have not sent and not completed, please do complete your work, children, on time. Alright. So now let's start with the exercise. So we have done choose the most appropriate answer. We have done all the question answers of that. Now moving ahead with very short answer question, short answer questions, long answer question and HOTS. Okay. So let's start with it. Okay. So very short answer question. Children, again you will write these answers in the book itself. So please get ready with your pencil and write the answers in book. Okay. So let's start with it. So question number 1. Are biotic components of the environment living or non-living? So they are asking whether the biotic components are living or non-living. So biotic components, children, we know that they are living. So write the answer living. You can even tick it over the living. Okay. So are biotic component, if अगर यहाँ बायोटिक की जगह एबायोटिक होता तो वो नॉन लिविंग हो जाता, बट बायोटिक कंपोनेंट्स आर लिविंग. ऑलराइट. नाउ क्वेश्चन नंबर 2. Which living organisms help to maintain a constant level of oxygen in the air? So which living organism help to maintain a constant level of oxygen in the air? Plants. So plants are the living organisms that help to maintain the constant level of oxygen in the air by absorbing carbon dioxide and releasing oxygen. Okay. Now question number 3. What is the study of relationship between living things and their environment called? So what is the study of relationship between living and their environment called? Ecology. So ecology is the subject that deals with the relationship between living and their environment. Alright. So the subject that study is called ecology. अगर आपको study पूछा जाता है बेटा, कहीं पर भी study term आ रहा है तो आप वहाँ पे क्या लिखोगे? Ecology. Alright, ecology is a subject. जैसे science एक subject है, bio एक subject है, physics एक subject है, chemistry एक subject है, वैसे जब हम environment की study करते हैं तो उस subject को हम बोलते हैं ecology. Okay. Now question number 4. Give another name for producer. So another name for producer are autotrophs. Auto means self and troph means nutrition or food. So autotrophs. So what are producers? Producers are those organisms that can prepare their own food like green plants. So the producers are also called autotrophs. So write down autotrophs. Now question 5. Are carnivores primary consumer or secondary consumer? Carnivores क्या होते हैं? Primary consumer कि secondary consumer? They are secondary consumer. Then what is primary consumer? Yes. Herbivores are called primary consumer. Secondary consumer are carnivores. And tertiary consumer? Yes. Is there any tertiary consumer? No. So primary is herbivore, secondary is carnivore. Alright. Question 6. Name the living organisms that break down the dead bodies of plants and animals into simple compounds. So living organisms that break down the dead bodies, they are small microbes called decomposers. The examples of decomposers are bacteria and fungi. They are decomposers. तो वो क्या करते हैं, लिविंग ऑर्गेनिजम्स को छोटे छोटे पार्ट्स में ब्रेक कर देते हैं, उनकी डेड बॉडीज को छोटे छोटे पार्ट में ब्रेक करके और सॉइल में मिक्स कर देते हैं. दे आर कॉल्ड decomposers. Now question 7. Where do marine animals live? In salt water or in fresh water? So children, if there is a term called marine, so marine is directly related to salt. Wherever you are seeing the term marine, marine means salty water. Alright. So marine water is salty water. So marine animals lives in salt water. Alright. So where do marine animals live? They live in salt water. 8th, a desert habitat, a terrestrial habitat. True or false? Desert habitat is a terrestrial habitat. Is it true or false? Yes, children. So desert habitat is a terrestrial habitat. True or false? It is true. Desert habitat is a terrestrial habitat. Okay, because desert is, we are talking about land area, and terrestrial is also a land habitat. So desert is a land habitat or terrestrial habitat. So the answer is true. 9. Plants with fleshy stems that store water are called, plants with fleshy stems that store water are called succulent plants. So what is the example of succulent plant? We know it is cacti. Okay. Now 10th, what is the name given to the shape because of which fish are able to move in water without too much resistance? So you know children, they are called streamlined. So this shape, you know the shape of a fish, so which is narrow at the end and become a little broader at the back. So they move very slowly and they can move in a very easy manner without any resistance. So the shape, that shape is called a streamlined shape. Okay, a streamlined shape. Clear? Now 11th, dolphins breathe in water through gills. True or false? No, dolphins and whales, they do not breathe in water through gills. Rather they breathe with the help of blowholes. Yes. So the answer is false. Okay. So the answer here is false. 12. Trees growing on mountains have shapes to allow dash to slide off easily. Yes. Trees growing on mountains have shapes to allow dash to slide off easily. So basically mountains are having various snow. Mountains are having snow. So in mountain area, to fall off the snow, this slides are important. So trees में जो slides होते हैं वो किसकी वजह से होते हैं? Mountain snow को fall off कराने के लिए. So the answer is snow. 13. Give another name for the winter deep. Sorry, it is winter sleep. So give the another name for winter sleep that extends throughout the winter. So I have told you that जब बहुत ठंड होती है तो कुछ एनिमल्स क्या हो जाते हैं? सो जाते हैं. They do not wake up. फिर जैसे टेम्परेचर नॉर्मल होता है, they again wake up. Alright. So this process is known as, it is known as hibernation. What it is called? It is called hibernation. Okay. Then give one word for hiding by merging with the surroundings. Hiding by merging with the surrounding. Children, this is important. Hiding by merging with the surrounding. Hiding by merging मतलब छुप जाते हैं, जैसा सराउंडिंग है वैसे बन के वो छुप जाते हैं, तो उसको हम क्या बोलते हैं? They are called camouflage. So the answer is camouflage. Okay. Last question. Vegetation growing in lower levels in tropical rainforest have broad leaves so that they can trap the sunlight very easily. So the lower level जहाँ पे sunlight easily नहीं पहुँच पाता, they have a broad leaf ताकि उनके पास area ज़्यादा रहे और वो sunlight को trap कर सकें. Alright. So vegetation growing in the lower level in the tropical rainforest has broad leaves. Okay. I hope you are doing with me. So you have done all these questions. Now children, please open your fair notebook of bio. So I hope you all have written the new words. You have written the name of chapter, date, new words, concept map. I hope you have completed all that things, and after that you will write short answer questions. So now children, take out your fair notebook. So children, please take out your fair notebook. Take out your pen, pencil, blue pen, black pen, and questions you will write with black pen and answers you will write with blue pen. Okay, so now take out all the pens and pencils. Let's start with the question answer. So write the heading short answer question. Question number 1. What do you mean by ecology? What do you mean by ecology? So what is ecology? The answer is the study of relationship between living things and their environment is called ecology. Basically, जब हम environment के बारे में पढ़ते हैं तो that is called, such study is called ecology. Okay, so write down the study of relationship between living things and their environment is called ecology. Okay. Question 2. How does hibernation help a dormouse? So children, so dormouse undergoes hibernation. Yes. So when it goes under hibernation, what happens? It goes off for sleep. It has so many food to store in the body so that it does not need to come out for hunting the food. Let's see. During summer, a dormouse accumulates lot of fats in its body. गर्मी के टाइम क्या होता है, डॉर्माउस इतना सारा खा लेता है कि उसकी बॉडी में खूब सारा फैट जम जाता है and they become so fatty. Okay, when winter comes, it becomes very slow and inactive. So it sleeps through the cold months. Throughout the cold months, it sleeps out, like through the cold months of winter, living off its body fat. Okay, so they sleep by consuming all the body fat that they have stored. Alright, so this is called hibernation. So what happens? So dormouse during summer, it eats so many food, it consumes so many food and fats, and in winter उन्हीं food और fat को वो क्या करते हैं, consume करते रहते हैं धीरे धीरे. Alright, so that they protect their body from winter temperature. Alright, so this is called hibernation. Question 3. What What prevents grass from breaking in windy conditions? ग्रास में ऐसा क्या होता है कि जब बहुत ज्यादा हवा चलती है तब भी वो नहीं टूटते? So let's see. So grass have flexible stalk. They have a flexible stalk. Flexible means they can move in any direction. All right. So that they bend and do not break in windy condition. They also have strong roots to anchor them. उनके पास क्या होता है, जो उनकी लीव्स होती हैं वो बहुत फ्लेक्सिबल होती हैं, तो अगर विंड आ रही है तो दे विल मूव, ऑलराइट, एंड दे हैव अ रूट विद इन इट, तो उनके रूट्स उनको क्या करते हैं, बाउंडेड रखते हैं, तो दैट इज व्हाई दे डू नॉट ब्रेक ड्यूरिंग विंडी कंडीशन. ओके, नाउ क्वेश्चन 4. Give an example of animal is specialized to eat food that few others eat. What adaptation does the animal have to eat that food? So this is a very tricky question. Let's see. Give an example of animal is specialized to eat food that few others eat. तो हमें यहाँ पे ये बताना है कि ऐसा कौन सा एनिमल है जो ऐसे फूड को खाता है जिसको कोई और नहीं खाता. What adaptation does the animal have to eat that food? उस फूड को खाने के लिए उनको क्या अडेप्ट करना पड़ता है? So the answer is parrots and toucans. So this parrots and toucans, what they do, they have a beak. So you have seen the diagram, you can again see the diagram in your book. So they have a very strong beak so that they can crack the nuts and eat it. Alright. So parrots and toucans eat nuts. They eat nuts. Alright. And have strong curved beaks to crack open the tough shells. तो ये जो टफ शेल्स होती हैं, जो नट्स होते हैं जिनको कोई नहीं खाता, उनको ये पैरट्स और टॉकन्स खाते हैं, क्योंकि उनकी जो बीक होती है वो कैसी होती है, बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग, बहुत शार्प होती है, तो नट्स को ये क्या कर सकते हैं, इजीली तोड़ सकते हैं, और जो टफ शेल्स होती है, बहुत हार्ड कवरिंग शेल्स होती है, उनको भी ये तोड़ सकते हैं बहुत इजीली. So these parrots and toucans eat nuts and have a strong curved beak to crack open the tough shells. Alright. Now question 5. Why are only green plants called producer? So why only green plants are called producer? Because we know that only green plants can prepare their own food in the presence of sunlight, carbon dioxide and water. So in the presence of sunlight, carbon dioxide and water, only green plant can prepare their own food. Alright. So that is why they are called producers. Producers are also called autotrophs. So answer number 5 is only green plants make their own food from carbon dioxide and water using the energy of sunlight. So they are called producer. Got it? Now, question 6. Lions have strong claws that can be withdrawn inside their toes. How does this help the lion? So we know that they have a claws and they can be withdrawn. वो दब सकता है toes के अंदर. तो ये कैसे होता है? ये किस चीज में हेल्प करता है? So they can walk and creep slowly to catch the prey, to hunt for a prey. तो prey को hunt करने के लिए वो धीरे 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 जा पाए and without making any noise, so that the prey does not listen to the sound और वो जाके उसको खा ले. तो what is the answer here? This helps them creep up to their prey without making a sound while hunting. So are you getting my point, kids? Yes. So this is the answer number 6. Now 7th, mention 2 adaptations in plants growing in deserts that help them to survive in scarcity of water. Scarcity का मतलब होता है बेटा कमी. अगर पानी कम है, scarcity मतलब कम, तो अगर पानी कम है डेजर्ट में, तो प्लांट्स की ऐसी कौन सी प्रॉपर्टी होती है जो उसको वहां सरवाइव करने में हेल्प करती है. So here basically we are talking about which plant? We are talking about succulent plant. Very good. So what these succulent plants do, let's see. Plants have long roots that penetrate deep inside the soil in search of water. Okay, fine. They have fleshy stems to store water. The stem is also covered with a thick waxy layer that helps to retain the water. Alright, and one more thing, their leaves are having spines so that transpiration की process नहीं होती है, तो water loss कम होता है और store ज़्यादा होता है. So that these are the 2 adaptation that helps to survive them in scarcity of water. Got it? So basically here we are talking about cacti. Okay. Now last question of short answer question. How do streamlined bodies help water animals? So basically किसकी होती है streamlined body? So fishes are having streamlined bodies. So how does it help them? So the streamlined bodies reduce resistance ड्यू टू वाटर. रेजिस्टेंस मतलब होता है रुकावट. तो पानी में जब वो तैर रहे हैं तो बीच में कहीं भी कोई भी ऑब्स्ट्रक्शन नहीं आता उनके मूवमेंट में, बिकॉज ऑफ देयर स्ट्रीमलाइंड बॉडी. सो द स्ट्रीमलाइंड बॉडी रिड्यूस resistance due to water and help the water animal to swim fast in water. Because of their body shape, वो क्या करते हैं, एकदम पानी को एकदम चीरते हुए चले जाते हैं. There is no obstruction in between, there is no resistance in between, they swim. Alright, so they help, this streamlined body helps in fast movement, fast swimming of water animals in water. So I hope you have understood these short answer questions. If not, please do ask in the group, children, so that you can learn and understand it better. Okay. Now moving towards the long answer questions. So these are the long answer questions. Let's see. Question number 1. Explain the difference between herbivores, carnivores and omnivores. Very simple. Yes. So what are herbivores? Plant eating animals are called herbivores. Carnivores, flesh eating animals are called carnivores. Omnivores, the animals who eat both plants and animals are called omnivores. Isn't it? herb मतलब plant, तो जो plant खाते हैं उनको हम बोलते हैं herbivores. Carnivores, जो सिर्फ मीट और फ्लैश खाते हैं उनको हम बोलते हैं कार्निवोर्स. जो दोनों खाते हैं उनको हम क्या बोलते हैं, ओमनिवोर्स. सो we humans are omnivores. We can eat both plant also and flesh also. An example of herbivores are cow, goat, deer. They are herbivores. Carnivores, tiger, wolf, lion, they are carnivores. Omnivores, bear, crows, humans, they are omnivores. Okay. So done. Children, here this herbivore, carnivore, omnivores you will write with black pen and please underline it. Okay. Now moving to next question, question number 2. Mention 2 ways in which plants are useful to animals and vice versa. So how plants are useful to animals and how animals are useful to plants. This we have to tell. So animals depend on plant for food, oxygen and shelter. Shelter का क्या मतलब होता है बेटा? जहाँ वो रह सके, जहाँ उनको छत मिले. सो फ्रॉम देयर जहाँ पे वो रह के अपनी बॉडी को प्रोटेक्ट कर सके. किससे? सनलाइट से, हीट से, विंटर से, रेन से अपनी बॉडी को प्रोटेक्ट कर सके. दैट इज कॉल्ड शेल्टर. ओके. So animals depend on plants for food, oxygen and shelter. Similarly, plants also depends on animals for pollination and dispersal of seeds. So pollination is done with the help of animals. Okay, so I have explained to you what is pollination and what is dispersal of seeds. So this is answer number 2. Moving to answer number 3. Children, again the things that is written in a black, bold and underlined, you will also write that with black pen and you will underline it. Okay, question number 3. What is difference between biotic and abiotic component of the environment? Explain with example. So what is biotic and what is abiotic component? So biotic components are basically living organism. Abiotic components are non-living organisms. Okay, so biotic component is the living, or biotic component includes living organism. These constitute the biotic and biological environment. So the living or biotic organism of an environment can be divided into 3 groups, that can be producer, consumer, decomposer, depending on how they obtain their food. So this we have discussed earlier. Abiotic component includes the factors like air, water, sunlight, temperature, etc. Okay, so they are the biotic component, and then we have abiotic components. So I hope children you are getting my point. So these are the answers. Okay, so you will write it accordingly as it is written. यहाँ पे भी ये जो headings दी हुई हैं, this again you will write with black pen and you will underline it. Here water lily, fish, everything you will write with a black pen and you will underline it. So here we have a hot answer also. So please go through it. Write these answers in your fair notebook. If you are not able to understand it, please do ask in the group. Okay, rest of the questions we will revise tomorrow. Okay. So I hope you have understood the answers, long answer question and short answer questions. So children, that was about this chapter. So this was the last portion. We are left with hot question and few of the long answer questions. So that we will do tomorrow in tomorrow's class. Okay. So till then, please revise the chapter, complete your exercise. I am not saying that complete it today itself. Take 2 days time, complete your work and then we'll learn. Okay, then we'll revise one by one. Okay, so that's all for today's class, children. So I am now going to send you this PDF. Please do complete your work on time. Alright, so that's all for today. Thank you and Jai Hind, children.